Okay, hopefully this works. I know it's probably not going to work because of the darn ultrasonic cleaner, but we're almost done with that. All fixed with a restart, so we are good to go. I'm waiting for the cleaner to finish because you're not going to hear anything with the ultrasonic cleaner on. So I guess I'll just look over this board a little bit more and see if we see anything unusual. Okay, do we have audio? Because alright, somebody just messaged me and said that asked audio is very low because the ultrasonic cleaner was on. Now the ultrasonic cleaner is off. And now you can hear me. That's why. That's all it was just the ultrasonic cleaner. So now that board is done. Could dry this. Okay, back to the board. So this has a problem of intermittent beeping. So on any of these A1278s, especially, well, this one in particular, the MCP could be bad. We checked it. It should be okay. It's in resistance specs. So what I'm thinking now is a crack solder joint somewhere here. So you're going to be screwed if that solder joint is not at the edge. So what we can do is resolder the ones at the edge, test it, and see if it works. It's probably going to be hard to see because it's going to be hard to tell. It's probably some little tiny crack in here somewhere. See how these are BGA? This is kind of like U8900 where some of them degrade and look funny, like that one. So what we can go ahead and do is just resolder all of these, put some flux down, touch all of these up with an iron, with a small tip. Some of them may be tricky to get to. And then test it and see if it works and go from there. So let's go ahead and do this now. Let's kick on the fume extractor because I'm going to use a good healthy amount of flux. So let's grab some flux. In addition, I'm going to use something to prop up the board so I can see it well, which may be a little bit hard. Let's see, what can I use to prop this board up? Maybe the suction cup. Yes, the suction cup holds it nicely. And I'm going to need kind of a small tip because I don't want to screw up on any of this. Looks good, like that. And if it still beeps after this, then there's probably nothing you can do. So let's see, T12. See, is the BC1 small enough? Yeah, BC1 is fine. Don't use hot air, please. You're going to ruin the board if you use hot air right here. So we're just going to get a good tip and resolder all of that. Rob Brown is here. Hello, A1706 still boot looping. SSD is not detected. Do you know how the problem might be? Please, don't, please bro. No please broing. I could tell it's borderline please broing right there. No please broing. Boot looping A1706 is going to be a complete nightmare. So good luck. Sarah's here. Right in time to see me screw up a RAM slot. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit lower than 840. It's on 840 now, that's unnecessary. Let's do 740. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. So the moral of the story is, if it's not one of these pins on the edge, you're screwed. There's nothing that you can do. This is actually kind of fun. Everything is running good now, Paul. I restarted it and it came back to life. Next, you need to buy a microscope, Nasara. And a microscope, and quick. A real microscope. Wait, you have a microscope. I don't know what I was thinking. Buy something that you can fix boards with. No, not yet. No, 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 no. You don't mention that guy. And the phone is ringing again. Hi, how can I help you? We don't really sell parts, but what do you need? So that chip rarely dies. What makes you think it's bad? Hmm. What's it doing? Yeah, it's not U8900. If you have zero point 0.9 volts on GPU V-Core, U8900 is fine. So distorted video on those, depending on how it looks, it could be VRAM. Anything in that area of the board is prone to cracking, so you could have a crack fault under your VRAM. So it's it's either, so here's the thing, it's either going to be your VRAM or it's going to be dead GPU. So what you can do is take the edge bonding off of the VRAM, flux, reflow it, the VRAM, not the GPU, and hope for the best. Sometimes they can get a little corrosion under there too. If that doesn't work, it's probably dead GPU and not worth fixing. No problem. Okay, bye. Let's see, I missed chat. Do you mean my mini microscope is not enough? No, I don't know what I was thinking. That's fine. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I thought you had a USB microscope or no microscope. I hope for the best for your RAM board, Paul. Paul, it was a guy that had a dead GPU anyway. He wanted a U8900 overnighted, and I told him, yeah, that's not going to solve your problem. So I don't care. I don't want to work on it. In here or outside?
No, outside, so then when I walk in, the warm right here feels weird. I think it's my body temperature or something.
Could be.
Because you always like, you're cold.
You should take your temperature. It may be too hot. That could be why you feel cold. Yeah.
You mentioned that the other day, but I feel freezing cold.
You can feel cold if you have a fever.
No, but I would know if I had a fever. I would probably wouldn't be able to like talk to you.
Really?
I don't really get fevers.
You probably do. You just don't realize it. I mean, some fevers for some people can be lower than others. You know, it's not like if your normal body temperature is 97, you can have a fever at 98. It's not. It's not like everyone's different, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't really see this. So I'm gonna do it this way. It looks like poor Cam has to take tests. I'm glad I don't have to take tests anymore. Yeah, school and book smarts for me, I never did well in that. I did an excellent job at failing, but I didn't do well in anything else. So this is going to be the hardest part because I can't see in here. So I'm just going to have to stick the iron in there and hope for the best. really a pain on these pins. Okay. So we're almost done. It's even going to be harder behind that cap. I may not be able to do those, so we may have to take our chances and hope those will be okay. School is quite a pain. They could probably provide a better overall education with less diversity and less time, but I think it's more about keeping kids occupied while parents work away until 17. That is absolutely right, especially with the public school system nowadays. It is just busy work. It, in my opinion, it has little um little value. I mean, I never used it. Anything I learned in running my business or anything like that. I was told by teachers that I'm not going to be successful if I continue and stuff like that, and it's like they were wrong.
You were told by teachers?
Yeah, like OFL and stuff. They suck.
What a horrible teacher.
Well, we're concerned about your success. Well, guess what?
Your definition of success.
Yeah, exactly. Paul says we're doing an 81278 RAM slot. Yes. I think TCRS should fly me out to a store to live and fix MacBook. No. Fix MacBook, but you can't live in the store. I don't want to come in one day to a dead person. "2,000 teachers, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket." Yeah, I remember being told that. Guess what? Who doesn't have a calculator in their pocket now? Who doesn't have a smartphone now? Ruggers Custom says, my teachers told me that I would end up in prison when I was younger. Yeah, that sounds like teachers. The thing with a lot of teachers now is they legitimately hate children. They don't want to be there. They don't like their job. They don't like teaching, and they don't like children. Public school is such torture. What the heck was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I think one of the tiles fell off the counter. If so, I'll fix it later. On the front, did anything fall off the front?
One of those weird things.
Well, I told you stuff moves in this office by itself.
What moved?
Is there a tile on the floor?
Oh.
Oh, that's what fell.
Oh. The tile from
Yeah.
last year fell. Oh, okay.
I'll fix it later.
I was like, oh no.
Okay, so I think we're good here. I restarted all the RAM slot joints. There's many more on the inside. But we're not going to worry about those. We're going to pray those are good. Because, yeah, it's not getting fixed if those are bad. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, Ed, I'm not saying that doesn't work for everyone. I mean... I'm saying it didn't work for me. Everyone's different. Some people like learning in a classroom environment. You can sit me down in a classroom environment and I will retain nothing from that. It's just how I am. Some people learn better in classroom environments, some people don't. I don't. I'm a self-learner. I like to be able to take something apart, learn about it, and not have it shoved down my throat. Like, I didn't even... Okay, this is something I don't really share on YouTube, but I thought about talking about more. I dropped out in 11th grade. I did not finish high school, even high school. I couldn't deal with it. One, the teacher was a complete jerk and would blow up my phone constantly. And second, it's just, I want to focus on my business, and I'm glad I did. Now, I'm not saying that's a good idea. I don't think it is a good idea, but that's just how it ended up. I was in a position where I could run my business and put more time into my business, and I chose to do that. Not saying you should. Not saying that makes me smart. I think that makes me a complete moron for doing it, but stuff happens. I got held back in high school. Yes, so did I, Joe. I was like 2 years behind in high school. That's why I decided, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done. But it is what it is. I am stupid, and that's a fact of life, unfortunately. Okay, do you beep? Do you post? What do you do? What do you do? Will you boot into an operating system? Probably not. This is a 2010, and what 2010 boots into an operating system successfully? I think it's fair to say there's no strict rule, but overall there's probably still a correlation between education and success, but we mostly hear about school exits that succeed, like Lotto. Exactly, and that's why I'm saying don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't follow what I did. This whole thing all happened, I mean, it's not... Okay, so we don't even get fan spin. Oh, keyboard's not plugged in, I'm hitting the power button like an idiot. Like, my whole thing is, okay, if I stay in school... Can we get fan spin? Chime or beep? Hey, image. Apple logo. My whole thing is if I did finish school, okay, being behind because I never... Okay, I'm not going to go... Maybe I'll go into this at a later date, but... 2015, 16, 17, when I was in school, was not exactly a very easy time of my life. So I had to worry about the stuff that was going on. I had to worry about school. I had to deal with a teacher that was constantly blowing up my phone. And either I had a choice, put more time in my business and succeed, or put more time in school, get a diploma for something I would never use that's never going to come up. Oh, shoot. Hopefully nothing comes up on the screen. But this works. I'm going to ultrasonic. Okay, does it work if I slam it? Oh, shoot. See this? I slammed the RAM slot and look what happened. The screen went fuzzy. So this is a bad RAM slot. And now it just shut off. So let's try and isolate which RAM slot is bad now. So here's the thing about if I were to finish and get a diploma, I would never use it. Like I'm not looking to go to a college. I'm not looking to go to college because one, I don't really like dealing with people. I don't like being around people. I hated school. I would have hated college because I just wouldn't like it. And secondly, there's no point in it right now, you know? Like I'm not concerned. Like if my business falls out, I'm not concerned about getting a job anywhere. I know like I would have no problem getting a job. Because even if one of us goes out of business, there's going to be others. You know what I mean? There's always going to be others. Okay, fan spin. I never learned much in school as well. It took me 2 summer schools to graduate. School is great for some, but others know, but we're not stupid. Look at where you are now. Yeah, but I don't like to say look at where you are now because I don't. Here's the thing about what I have. All this can go away. Like, okay, I'm trying to isolate if it's the top or the bottom slot. But I think what I'm going to recommend them do is to put an 8 GB slot in the top. And that's it. College is not for me. I work from 15. Yeah, I started my business when I was 15. I'd hire Tim, but you got to move out of California. Yes, I agree. I'm honestly going to try in the next year to get out of here. Well, not in the next year, but I have at least another year at this store. And after that, then I get out of here. So August of 2021, I'm planning on getting out of the state and opening a new store somewhere in a more business-friendly area because California is not business-friendly. Okay. So this works. Let's see. Tapping the top slot. I can't talk. I'm tapping the top slot. No freezing. And we're fine. Okay, so it has a bad bottom RAM slot. I tried to fix it, but it's one of the internal joints. So in this case, I'm going to ultrasonically clean it, let them know, put an 8 GB slot, 8 GB RAM stick in the top slot, and you are good to go. So sometimes you can get lucky with the RAM slot fix, and you can get both working slots back, but sometimes you don't. So we don't. No big deal. It's still a working board. And it happens. Frankly, it happens. The RAM slots can't really be replaced. Well, they probably can be replaced, but don't waste your time on it. It's a board from when I was in 4th grade. So this ultrasonic again. And I think that's about it for the interesting repairs for right now. All the stuff right now needs to be reassembled, tested, and it's just general stuff like logic board replacements and stuff that no one wants to see. This is normal around this time of year. It always does this, and then it picks back up in January. And then January picks back up. February it's busy. March it's busy. April, May, June is absolutely crazy. No, wait. March, April, May is insane. That's the days where I won't leave work until 2 a.m. most likely. And then it slows down a little bit in June, July, and then August, September, October, November is busy, a little bit slower, and the cycle repeats itself. People want to see fire. Should I send 30 volts to PP5VS5 on a board? No. I'm not either, Paul. I don't like this time of year at all. For multiple reasons. Business is slow, traffic. People are more grumpy. Kind of a depressing time of year. Okay, that's it for right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Rob says, keep waiting on the slowdown. I need to take care of some things in the office, but work just keeps coming. I'm not going to complain, though. Yeah, same with me. I need to get done some QuickBooks stuff and enter mileage logs that I have not entered in like a year. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for today.